exercise is the band hip flexion stretch. And so a lot of times whenever we squat, whenever we move, we can't really flex our hips very well. So what happens is instead of hinging in our hips, we do a lot more of the low back stuff. So if you see my hips are relatively straight, I'm leaning forward like this where I feel all my low back, versus if I want to sit back on my hips and push my hips back. So this is going to help those of you who sit for long periods of time, who have tight hips and the like. So what you want to do is you're going to take your band, make sure it's in a good anchor point right there, and bring it all the way up to your hip crease. We're going to kneel down and get up here where there's plenty of tension on the band. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my leg, I'm going to basically turn it out just a little bit. So I'm really going to internally rotate this hip and have something to block it. So I have a kettlebell there. You can use a dumbbell, you can use a table, a chair, something that's stable to block it. And all we're going to do is we're going to push this hip back towards the wall, letting the band push us back. My kettlebell fell down right there, but I still keep the foot turned out a little bit. So again, I can really feel that hip going back in the socket better. And this, there we go, really stretching out that big posterior chain right there. And as you're doing it, find some different areas where you might be tight. So you may not be as tight going up and down, but you might be tighter as you kind of move side to side a little bit. You can also add a little rotation as you work in there. Just kind of look for some of those really just tight, compact areas. You just kind of work through them depending on number of sets, reps, for time, whatever your program calls for. And once you get done with this will really help open up your hips a bunch, helping you feel better, move better, perform better, and overall just feeling better. So again, this is the band hip flexion distraction stretch.